The Wissahickon Park is over 2,000 acres, making it the second largest park in Philadelphia.
It features many fantastic destinations, great scenery, and even better hiking trails.
The Wissahickon is unlike any other park and is even the largest urban park in America.
Surrounding neighborhoods like Mount Airy, Germantown, and Chestnut Hill, with its 57 miles of trail, the Wissahickon is certainly important to the community around it. But even though the park has all these positives, it still faces one big issue. Quote, the park does not meet state water quality standards for supporting aquatic life. The Wissahickon
By Edward Berman.
and Penn Rubensall. What do you enjoy about the park?
Well, I guess it's very beautiful, and there's a lot of also facilities like bridges and buildings in it as well, and this nice road.
I enjoy the trees, the water, the wild animals, the horses every now and then.
Just love being in nature. We both live in Center City, so it's just, you can't really get like the endorphins nature gives you in the city. So being here, it doesn't even feel like you're in Philadelphia.
It's just beautiful, tranquil. It's just an amazing place.
This is what allows me to stay living in Philadelphia.
A hidden gem in Philly.
Although so much time is spent here, not many people know about the Wissahickon watershed's struggle with pollution.
The pollution leads to flooding, poor water quality, and erosion, affecting many animals around the creek.
My name is Julie Knutson. I teach 6th, 8th, and 10th grade CEL. My 6th grade class is focused on social impact, as is my 10th grade capstone studio, which basically means we ask questions like, how might we create a world in which we minimize our human impact on the environment around us? So that's the essential question of my 6th grade class this year, which has led us to do a lot of work with the Wissahickon.
When you're doing stuff with your class, what are you doing, if you want to elaborate a little bit more on that?
Sure. So this fall, we went on kind of a guided hike exploration of like, what is a watershed and how do our actions uphill, again here in this space, impact life, kind of downhill, down the watershed. Looking at different features of how humans can kind of alter the landscape, alter the environment, to minimize things like erosion, to optimize the health of the Wissahickon watershed, and then to just kind of contextualize the importance of protecting this space and urban tree canopy in cities.
Just down the road here is Devil's Pool, and residents in this area say they are sick and tired of people coming here and littering. The problem has gotten so bad. Councilman Bobby Heenan is now involved, and he's trying to address the problem. Let's show you just what that problem looks like. For the last month, Roxborough and Manayunk residents have been complaining about the trash left behind here by visitors at Valley Green.
I walk back here pretty much every day, and I take different trails, and sometimes I won't even take this one because it's depressing with the trash.
Residents say this happens every weekend from visitors coming in to swim, hang out, and barbecue in the Wissahickon Creek. Residents have been holding park cleanups, but we're told every weekend more people come and trash the park once again.
So I am part of the Friends of the Wissahickon, which is a volunteer-based organization that cares for the park, and I recently co-chaired their 100th anniversary gala.
What is one problem that the park faces, and how is the Wissahickon working to fix it?
There is a ton of erosion within the park and at the same time, the park struggles because there's been a severe drought. So keeping up with native plants, keeping out invasive species. When you think of, what were those little nasty red bugs that were everywhere? Lantern flies. The climate change has meant that the park is constantly struggling to adapt.
The Wissahickon Park is certainly a hidden gem in Philly.
Despite this, it is taken for granted and abused.
Although the Wissahickon Creek struggles with immense pollution, many people are volunteering to fix the problems that we create.
There's groups of people coming in at times during the summer. We've seen it. and leaving a lot of trash. And I know the good thing about it, the neighbors around here and all the people in the surrounding area, they were in uproar, so people are more aware of that kind of problem.
It's a pretty scrappy organization. There's very few employees, like I think like 4 or 5, and yet there's like a volunteer base of like over 1,000 people who are out in the park at any given day, removing debris, fallen down trees, pulling out invasive species.
What do you know about the pollution that was in the season?
Nothing.
Well, I know a little bit about water. There is a concern about, what gets into the water here. We are concerned about letting our dogs drink here.
The last time I was at the park was on the 4th of July, and the creek was so polluted from people throwing stuff in it. I left the park feeling very sad, and then looked into why that's happening, and it is a problem.
Why do you say the Wissahickon is so important for Philadelphia?
Well, it's the largest urban park in the country. It's bigger than Central Park. It is a huge part of the culture and the ethos, I think, of the city, and also it is used by so many different kinds of people. It's one of the few kind of, I would say, resources. On any given Saturday, you can go in and see like every corner of Philadelphia like hanging out in the park, and that's a huge deal.